Hi everyone, this is Rahul Wilson Kotla from the Department of EEE EFSTR. Welcome to the online class on basic engineering products. Today's topic is protection schemes. The first one is for the protection system, earthing should be required. So the potential of earth is considered to be 0 for all the practical purposes, which means for the higher end, the voltage will flows from the higher end to the lower potential, nothing but higher potential to the lower potential. So here the ground is considered as the 0 potential, and the higher potential is our supply voltage or battery voltage, it may be anything. Basically earthing is done to protect the person who is operating the electrical equipments from the electrical shocks. So the importance of earthing, here we have considered 3 cases. The first one is the healthy condition, nothing but healthy insulation and operators are not earthed. If the insulation is healthy, the operating personnel, he should be safe from the supply. He will not faces the electrical shocks. Here we have shown the single phase supply. From the supply, the current will be passes nothing but through the apparatus, which will be shown as the resistance of the apparatus. So the current will be passes through the resistance. There is no current flows through the body of the person who is operating that equipment or some load or any device which may be is used. So in this case, the person who is operating this device will be protected safely when the insulation is in healthy condition. Where the case 2 shows the defective insulation and also the operators are not earthed. So when the person who is operating with a defective insulation and also there is no earthing protection, then the supply will be flows from the input to through the device, and also the person who is operating that device, he may experience some electrical shocks. So the current will be divided into 2 parts. First one is the I apparatus, and also I body is nothing but the current flowing through the human who is operating that equipment. So in this case, the person may affect the electrical shock due to the failure of insulation. In this case, the insulation is defective and the equipment is protected with earthing, where the current will be flows through the equipment as well as earthing system, not from the human body, due to the earthing resistance is very less as compared to the human body. So in this case, the human will be protected even though the device insulation gets faulty. So these are the necessity of earthing in order to protect the human and also devices from faulty conditions or faulty insulations. The earthing should be necessary. How we are going to do the earthing means there are 2 types of earthing. One is plate earthing and also pipe earthing. The name itself indicating that the plate earthing having a copper plate which is buried under the ground. Here in this figure it is showing that the copper plate is under the surface and the copper plate is connected with a GI pipe, nothing but galvanized pipe. These pipe and copper plate are placed in the layers of coal, sand and salt in order to reduce the resistance of the materials. So this type of earthing is called plate earthing, where we are using copper plates. And the second type is pipe earthing. The name itself indicating that the copper plate is replaced by using a pipe, GI pipe, that is called galvanized iron pipe, which is as similar to that of plate earthing. The pipe is buried under the ground. So this pipe will be connected to the electrical wiring connections for the earth point. This pipe fuse is also a protective device which is used to protect the electrical equipments under faulty conditions. The fuse is designed to melt if the current through the circuit is too high, thereby breaking the circuit. The fuse itself melts and burn when a fault current or the current is higher than the capacity of the equipment is flows in the circuit. The fuse will be melted and it will be break down automatically due to the excessive heat. So the common ratings of fuses are 3 amps, 5 amps and 13 amps, which are available in the market, and also up to 32 amps also the fuses are available in the market. The fuse should be rated at slightly higher than the current than the device which is required to operate. So, for example, if the device require 3 amps, we are going to place a 5 amps fuse at the device or at our homes. If our home, suppose if our home require 10 amps supply, we are going to use 13 amps fuse. So, this is the selection procedure of fuse. For current rating of 2.1 amps, we are going to use 3 amps. For 11.2 amps, we are going to use 13 amps. For 4.7 amps, we are going to use 5 amps fuse, and for 6 amps, we are going to use a fuse rating of 13 amps. For 4.5 amps, we are going to use 5 amps. For 8.2 amps, we are going to use 13 amps fuse. So, what are the types of fuses means? There are two types. First one is the plug fuse and cartridge fuse. The plug fuse is commonly seen in our houses, where it is having two parts. One is porcelain casing and the second one is the porcelain grip. The porcelain grip consists of the fuse carrier. Fuse carrier is nothing but an electrical wire which is designed to the capacity of the fuse ratings. So, this is the porous casing. These are the brass terminal T1 and T2 terminals in order to connect the fuse wires, and this is the porcelain grip where we can see the fuse wire. It is designed based upon the requirement of the current. So, when a fault occurs, the fuse wire will melt and it will not allow the current to flow from one circuit to another circuit, as it will be break down automatically. The second type of fuse is cartridge fuse. It is commonly seen where in stabilizers and small electrical operators, it will be requires low amount of space. It is not used for high ratings, it is used for small amount of ratings. So, this is also consists of fuse wire which will be melts whenever a fault will be occurs on the device or from the input end. Switch fuse unit. The third one is the switch fuse unit, where you can see a handle. It will close the circuit. It is used to close the circuit. One switch will be there and the fuse units are there. So, this type of switch is switch fuse unit. Different types of, this is one of the type of fuses. And the last one is a miniature circuit breaker, uses air alone to extinguish the arc. It will automatically trips whenever the current flowing through the circuit crosses the rating capacity. So, the circuit breaker contains two contacts, nothing but two metal plates that can divide and cool the arc. By splitting the arc into smaller arcs, the arc will be cooled down while the arc voltage is increased, and additional resistance that limits the current flowing through the circuit breaker. So, the next one is the wiring methods which we are going to use in our households. The commonly used wiring methods are joint box or T system, and the second one is loop-in system. And the first one is joint box system. In this method, the wiring connections to the appliances are made through the joints. These joints are made in joint boxes by means of shootable connectors or joint cutouts. So, for every connection we are taking joint boxes from where 2 or 3 connections will be taken out to the appliances. Figure shows the example of joint box system. From the supply is coming from the mains, where phase and neutral for single phase supply. So, the phase is given through the distribution box. From the distribution box, we are having joint boxes everywhere in order to connect to the appliances. Here 2 lamps are connected. The switch S1, the phase supply is connected to the switch S1, and S2 is connected to the lamp, and the lamp other connection is connected to the neutral. Like that, from everywhere for each switch we have taken one joint boxes in order to connect to the system. And loop-in system, this means the wiring is universally used wiring. The lamps and other appliances are connected in parallel, so that each of the appliances can be controlled individually. When a connection is required at a light or a switch, the feeder conductor is looped in by bringing it directly to the terminal and then carrying it forward again to the next point to fed. This figure shows that the loop-in system wiring, from where the phase connection is given to the switch 1, and also from the switch 1 we have taken to connect the switch 2. This is called loop-in system. The wiring will flow from one part to another part through the appliances. This is called loop-in system. And examples of electrical wiring are 2 bulbs controlled by one way switch and single bulb controlled by two-way switches. Two bulbs controlled by one-way switch shows that the phase connection is given to the switch. Remember that the phase should be connected to the switch only. Otherwise, if we connect the neutral connection to the switch, the neutral will be controlled, but the phase is directly entered to the lamp. If we go and touch the lamp, there may be a risk of electrical shock. So, in every wiring system, the phase should be connected to the switches only. The neutral will be directly connected to the other points of the bulb. Each bulb or any appliances in single phase system, we require one phase and neutral to operate. So, here we are connecting phase to the switch. From switch to the bulbs, we are giving, we are controlling the two bulbs, and the neutral is directly connected to the two bulbs. When we switch on, the bulb will be closed. When we switch off, the bulbs will be switched off. When we switch on, the current passes from phase through the switch and to the lamp. Inside lamp, the coil will be there. Through the coil, the supply will be returned to the neutral. Here, the single bulb controlled by two-way switches. The connection circuit shows that the first switch is connected to the second switch, and the neutral is connected to the bulb, and the bulb will close when the first switch is connected to. Here we are single bulb connected to the two-way switches. Two-way switch means the switch consists of 2 points. The input side we are having 1 point, and the output side we are having 2 points. Similarly, the other two-way switches also, the input side we are having 1 point and the output side is having 2 points. So, when the supply flows from the phase, in this figure, the direction of current will flows from phase to input point, and from single bulb will be controlled by two-way switches. This is the circuit example. Thank you. These are the available protection schemes in the system. The first one is the earthing, and the second one is the fuse, and third one is the miniature circuit breaker, and some of the examples of wiring systems showing that different type of connections.